Hello and welcome to week 8 of PA117. This week we are in chapter 5 and we are talking about HIPAA and some different things, some different bodies that help to regulate some medications. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's due this week. Discussion is due this week, and it is again another opinion-based. So it's really interesting the way that they've worded it out, and there are 3 questions at the end that you do need to answer. The first one is, what would you do? So in your opinion, what would you do? If you worked at that pharmacy, what would you do? And then the third question is about what should that person do in that situation. So 2 different sort of sources about your opinion about what that person or what you should do in that situation. So if you'll answer that, it is more of a ethical question than it is about anything in your chapter. So you can really go into answering the discussion question right up front without having to do anything else. Again, as I mentioned, we are in Chapter 5, and we are really starting this week with HIPAA, and that is the Health Information Portability and Accountability Act. Something interesting about HIPAA is that every time you go into a new pharmacy, they're going to HIPAAtize you, is what I like to say. So they're going to give you their own HIPAA test and their own HIPAA training. It is required by their pharmacy to do that, and you'll sign something that you've done it and that you understand it. And so, like for example, the bigger companies like Walgreens will have you sit and watch a video and then probably take an online quiz, where the smaller pharmacies will probably make you read through their policy and then you sign the document. So it says in 1996, HIPAA was passed by Congress to address several issues such as ensuring that people can continue their health insurance or obtain similar coverage when they change or lose their jobs, reduce medical costs by standardizing information and reducing administrative costs, promote medical savings account, and protect patient privacy by establishing security standards. A lot of people who don't understand HIPAA probably just think it does that last part, protecting the patient's privacy, and not all of the other health insurance portability, like what it does. It mandates the healthcare institutions and businesses that protect the privacy of health information for their patients and clients. It outlines patients' rights to determine how their personal health information is used and to whom it is disclosed. And what I love about this book is that it's given you some different cases. So like the first case, it talks about John Doe coming into your pharmacy, says he needs his wife's medication and what is done in that situation. So go ahead and read through these cases. This will help you answer your assignment. Your assignment is 11 questions on can you do this under HIPAA? What can you share with this patient under HIPAA? That kind of stuff. So those cases definitely give you a good example of how HIPAA is used in the pharmacy and what is HIPAA and what is not considered a HIPAA violation, that kind of stuff. It's very important that we follow HIPAA because a patient can come back and say, HIPAA has been violated here, and then you can be fined. Your pharmacy can be fined, and it's not just like $1,000 fine. It is like $20,000 to $25,000 fine. So it's really important that you understand what HIPAA is, because even when a patient calls and they don't know that they're asking for maybe some sensitive documents, that you have to know as the pharmacy technician before you release it that yes, we're not allowed to do that without a signature from the patient or vice versa. They also talk about on your quiz, there are some HIPAA questions on your quiz, but then they also talk about in Chapter 5, the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. It was passed by Congress in 1994 in an attempt to bring regulation, standardization, and safety to the growing market of natural remedies such as herbs and vitamins. And so there's limited requirement taken by DSHEA and by the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA. The law created a new category of pharmaceuticals to add to the previous prescription and over-the-counter categories, that of dietary supplements. They include such ingredients such as vitamins, minerals, amino acids, herbs, and botanical products. The law also established a framework for other botanical products. or safety of these products, including adherence of good manufacturing practices, limited claims, and labeling regarding the use of nutritional support. So again, we talked about the claims that a medication can make. You can't make false claims that this medication will heal this if it actually doesn't. So a lot of what is said on a dietary supplement, you can't say much actually. You can just say what it is and what it and what's in the medication, basically. So it goes on to talk to you about that. And then it also talks about the USP seal of verification. USP is a non-governmental organization recognized by the government as an official source of information and regulation. It tests dietary supplements for identity, strength, quality, and purity. And if you've heard some of the commercials on I think it's online, or is it on TV, that this is the only medication that is USP, Nature's Bounty, or medication that's only certified by the USP. So it's testing identity, strength, quality, and purity, which most of the vitamins and minerals are not tested by that. And so that's why they're in this dietary supplement, because you don't know exactly the dose you're getting, absorbing, that kind of stuff. And so it goes into talk about the USP, and USP 797 is a storage of medication used in sterile compounding, helps to ensure the process of preparation, leading to distribution, that kind of stuff. So if you'll read over that, that'll help with you in your quiz at the end of your week. So, all right, it goes on to page 70. So it's a very quick chapter, and it has a lot of good information. So make sure that you do read that before you do your assignment and before you do your quiz. But go ahead and just go answer your discussion. I think that would be fine because it's mostly opinion based. All right, well, that concludes week 8. So I hope you guys have a great week, and let me know if I can answer any questions. Bye-bye.